confrontation with Israel is being stoked by the Palestinians' decision to join the International Criminal Court, an application that has now been approved by the UN. Palestinians will be able to pursue war crimes charges against Israel. Let's show you how some areas in Gaza were affected by Israeli bombardments in the summer. Let's show you, for example, many houses and structures that were destroyed, with entire streets left as piles as little more than just rubble. The situation in Gaza is also affected by a very tough winter. It's making the consequences of Israel's military operation even harder to deal with.
The situation is very difficult. The whole area is in ruins, and it's practically impossible to live here. Even the undamaged houses are not fit for habitation, and the freezing cold has only made matters worse. A week ago, the situation for all of us was unbearable. We are receiving help, but it is not enough.
It's very tough for us here. As you can see, we have no water or electricity. We're suffering badly. Children in this area are scared to go outside. After dark, you hardly see anyone on the streets. Everyone is terrified.
After the ceasefire, we headed to school, but soon we realized it had been destroyed. The classrooms had been burned down. Nothing was left. We pitched a tent to hold classes.
And although international organizations continue to supply Palestine with much-needed aid, it's just not enough to help the suffering civilians. In fact, the reconstruction of destroyed buildings and homes has barely begun. It's leaving people with no shelter in very low temperatures. Now, let's have a look at some of the numbers for you here on the program. According to the latest data from the Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, now nearly 2 million people in Gaza are in desperate need of healthcare. Almost the same number of people need water, sanitation and hygiene products. Also, around 700,000 people are now homeless. And there is a scarcity of food, leaving over 1 million people suffering from hunger and malnutrition in Gaza. Human rights activist Amjad al-Shawa, he says the situation, it's critical.
Last October, we have the donors conference for Gaza construction, which was held in Cairo, that there was about $2.7 billion that the international community was ready to pay as pledges for the Gaza construction. Till now, only 2% of this money arrived. We have no electricity. We have only 3-4 hours a day electricity. This lead for more freezing conditions, and at the same time that we are talking about health facilities, that it's only work for a few hours by the generators, and there is a shortage of medicine. And at the same time, the water conditions in Gaza, that 96% of Gaza water is polluted, and it's not, no one can use it in the daily use. So it's really catastrophic conditions.